All right, good evening, and thanks for joining us on tonight's edition of Men Uncut on Western Spring Television. According to one adage, says life is like kurukwe, and life is like kurukwe. Life is like kurukwe, no, it's just like kurukwe. Read it, you can read any meaning you like with that. Kurukwe, a lot of things. People will enter kurukwe, people will drop. Kurukwe go left way. And see if you have inside kurukwe.
Should they have changed our drink to go? Junior grade one.
I don't even know. But I know all I know is
because this one that you're talking Korokpe
like
and life is not clear to me.
Actually, I don't run because Korokpe is a means of transportation.
Okay.
That must be on the move. And life is always
and
in constant
we are on the move.
Two people are already in the league. Okay, I can understand. Thank you for the heads up. I'm not drinking this today. Thank you.
You're not drinking. Bring
Actually, I've been suspecting.
No, bring it. Let me add it to my own.
Don't worry.
I've been suspecting what is in front of me.
No, we will ask our producer after the program to find out what is happening here. But all I know is that life is like Korokwe. You know when you go for all those motivational stuffs, you say life is like Korokwe. How? You just
In fact, you're almost set for that lifestyle. All you need is just a cross bag. You just need a cross bag.
Oh Lord.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight on the program. I am J to the A to the HMIC, Jamaica, Mr. 223. I'm your love doctor himself, Michael the Source. I tell you, we're getting bigger every day, and nothing is going to limit us because I got the run. If you send a man, if I don't cast, and naturally, I carry love for it. I just recently we had St. Valentine's Day where we see people where we wear white and red. A lot of things happen, and that night, a lot of people enter, their status change, and after some months, now in the next 2-3 months, we start getting results of one or two things.
That was the day I realized I'm a potato.
And you start,
Potato?
did
not give me anything.
It became a potato.
Actually,
You start saying long noses,
it was
long
a very
mouths.
lovely night.
Be careful of what you're going to say.
Why?
Because whatever you say
that's a
can
threat
be
to
used
life.
against you in the court of men.
I just want you to know.
All right, let me start
Because this thing is paining me.
I need to come and
It's paining me.
You're about to threaten me.
Creative Timmy.
Yes.
How did you spend your Valentine?
Oh.
How you would have expected me to. I spent
politician.
it at the bosom
Oh
of
God.
my lovely,
Oh Jesus.
beautiful.
Oh my God, bosom.
Let me use all the adjectives.
Serious bosom.
Let me use all the adjectives I can.
Okay.
Lovely, beautiful, dazzling, exceptional,
Yay!
extraordinary,
Next.
beautiful.
We don't have time. The topic for today is long, I know. Let's go on. Don't waste time.
As well as bosom of my
We are
beautiful
spending
wife.
too much time on this.
No. Valentine
He's hijacking the show from
Hello,
you.
young man.
No. This is not what we are here
They
for.
will give you.
We are not here for Valentine. What is that?
Hello, sir. When is your time? They will give you the mic.
Oh my
No.
God.
You're exhausting our time. It's getting too long. What's that?
What do you mean?
Why are you doing Valentine in Nigeria? Nigeria don't even give you joy.
Mr. Kasongo.
Hey.
Calm down, Mr. Kasongo.
Okay.
Before we move to
All right, Togo, you're welcome on the show. I can see it on you that you actually enjoyed your Valentine.
Yeah, it's
lovely.
lovely night.
I know.
I can't remember. I can't forget the.
You are still thinking about. You feel like. Can you have a kind of?
There are some things that when they tell you, you will not really understand. You need to experience it. You need to be immersed in it.
Wow.
So let's because of some people, let's leave it like that.
Yeah. Imprint.
Why so wicked?
Kasongo imprint.
So it's okay.
How did you celebrate your Valentine?
Oh,
You say, you say, oh. When you say, oh.
That's alarming. That's an alarming voice.
Oh.
That day was a very funny enough. Was a very interesting day for me. That was the day we celebrated the birth of one of my goddaughters. And special shout out to Baba Naya. He knows the person I'm talking about. Of course. That was where I enjoyed my Valentine. Yes. Baba Naya drew me away.
A lovely baby girl. It's part of sharing love.
Part of love.
Chop cake too.
We did not shop cake. It's not necessarily we do.
What can I name it?
Well,
I will download from Play Store.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know you are born into.
Are you doubting God?
Okay. Who am I?
What God cannot do?
Are you doubting?
Okay, November.
Prophecy in my mouth. I'm
Okay.
talking to you.
Are you doubting is overflowing center?
No, it shall not will stop. It will not stop the anointing. That I doubted. It will not stop it.
It may stop it.
As I now, so I doubted.
Because I just believe.
But
Okay.
you are forgiven.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
forgive.
Yes, sir.
Elder is talking. Your
Twist.
pastor is there.
Twist. Twist.
It's not twins.
I said twins.
Okay.
Twins.
Twins.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go,
Kenny.
but wait.
One boy, one girl.
Yeah, Kenny. If you even name them joy and favor.
Or
If you like,
TikTok.
tick and talk. If you like, goodness and mercy.
The following days of my life.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
You go and pam. All right, thank you very much for joining us on the program tonight again. We got on a short break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about this very beautiful topic tonight. It's something that concerns every man, every woman out there, especially if you are planning to get married. Or if you even if you're not planning to get married, you have to know this thing we'll talk about tonight, so that you don't go and make a mistake, something you start, worrying about all your life, so that you won't put a lot of people in trouble. So we're going to short break. When we come back, we'll let you know about the topic tonight.
For Zimbabweans, the pangolin is more than an animal, it is part of our culture. They are fiercely protected by our people, and if found, are handed to our chiefs for release. Wildlife is our heritage and can be our future. Remember, poaching steals from us all.
Alright, you're welcome back. All of now talk about how now celebrating Valentine.
I was just about asking you. I would definitely ask
You
you.
want the ask jam question? Jam question.
People say jam.
You want to joke without someone
Jam they collect. When Jam messed up recently about mixing up student results, they had to go back to drawing board.
So
when they got the backlash,
well, I celebrate my Valentine.
I did not want to ask you because I know where you spent your Valentine. You can know how to do your.
I was at home. I not go out that day. So it's wonderful. When you in the bosom, me, I spend in the on the mountain, in the land, and in the sea. Because the Lord is my portion. Why you sound like an ambulance? Who died? And then come on there. Well, welcome back. The program is still Men Uncut on Western Spring Television. Don't forget you can watch past episodes of this particular program on YouTube, Western Spring Television NG, and you can get us live on Star Times channel 190 DTT. All right, tonight the topic is we're looking at love versus genotype. Should romance ignore medical reality? Should should romance ignore medical reality? All right, before going into genotype, because that is where I'm still going to, but I want us to look at the importance of medical checkup even before getting married. When do you think once you start, bothering about that in a relationship? Medical checkup.
I don't remember something. Maybe coming generation, right? Me, before anybody start getting serious, now me go first drive them, go clinic, me then go do test. The way you bring that guy or that babe home, that's and I'm sensing some stuff that okay, this might look like okay, might be serious or might not be serious, but just to make sure that both of them are safe and they they have fun and I'm not saying you understand what I'm saying.
They have fun and they
they play things safely, right?
They play safe.
I would drive them down there. Do you know why? I don't know. I don't have the right statistics. I've not done the survey, but I have this strong opinion that most marriages today they don't go far before they even talk say they go do checkup. So at the end of the day, by the time you reach where you do checkup, what are you expecting? Okay, you now say because you've done checkup now, this whole thing is not going to work again, right? Because you've been doing the do, or they've been doing the do before they even decide that okay, a lady and a guy meeting for the very first time, and there's this attraction that they feel for each other, and they just connected. I know there are some people that fine once they like someone, they don't mind going down the lane with that person, right? They don't mind going sexual.
They won't mind anything, yeah.
That's not the time they want to be saying they want to go for medical checkup.
They don't want to go first.
At that point, they just want to explore their natural instinct, their sexual instinct.
That's what you do on that year too.
Were you there?
And then I do your mind. I did it for your eyes. This spec where I wear.
Now why you go carry the Undertaker?
I'm telling you, this spec they read my. I can read your mind. I know your story. I can read your mind and I know your story.
Oh, wow.
See what you go with.
I think there's another studio that this man can go and do recording, right?
Plenty.
Yeah, there are other programs, so
okay.
No problem. So at that point, they just want to have fun, right? The maximum they can do is probably get a protection, a CD, not just to be extra safe.
Compact disc.
But if the CD even burst that same very day, it burst
like
now based on report that we've seen online.
Not on experience, but reports.
No, reports online.
Okay.
Things are there. You can.
Why is your friend saying not a report? Not experience.
Since he got to the studio tonight, it has not really been.
Yeah, it has not been. Actually, I understand.
So we can just let's
the kind of Kasungu issue.
So, how will you go and do test? What were you expecting? After you don't do first round, second round, another time you still come back again. You still come back again.
Yes,
that's why some guys after they've done the first one, right? Maybe they probably caught something they didn't expect, some STD,
like
infection from the lady. That will be the last time they will see the lady. You understand? They will just chase her away. That.
Have you ever had such?
No.
Even if you get so you go tell me.
No fear. No. I'm a man of principle. I have a methodology.
A man of timber and caliber.
Yeah. So and it was a very long time before you even entered the game. You understand? So
what? Nigeria? I'm just laughing. I cannot laugh again.
So
I'm enjoying you. So you are vibrating and I'm enjoying the vibration. Like person they read manifesto. Just continue.
Okay. So in a nutshell, I feel doing it early is very essential, right? But for most people, they don't do it because they just want to exhibit their sexual instincts. They want to have fun. And by the time they go for it, probably too late. And at the end of the day, they might not really see the big need to take it special again. So that is why for people that are in upcoming generation now, because then another thing, yes, remember that we didn't really have a lot of sexual perversiveness, a lot of, unheard of diseases flying around when we were even very young. Yeah. I can remember when I was in school now, like these things are not something that you just want to do easily like that. Even when you meet a lady, right? You want to date, to meet the person
very well.
Yes, sex is not something that or romance. So vis-a-vis romance or romance.
They even do romance that year. I'm talking based on what I know. I'm not talking about myself. Oh. No guys, you shouldn't greet you now. Then they will talk.
Always resist the urge to ṣàlàyé, you are ṣàlàyé already.
But now, right?
Day one.
Day one is.
So that is why a lady sometimes, before she now eventually gets to meet a serious guy, on first day, second day visit, multiple rounds don't go.
Sandala.
And at the end of the day, what's supposed to now hold them together, by the time they identify their likeness, is no longer there, which means that ship has sailed.
That's a case of Sandala.
And whatever you've extracted, both internally and externally, including infection and other sexually transmitted diseases, has become the part of the other person's system. So while we were growing up, these things were not something that we actually wanted to do. So that is why, for I think, like I said, most people did not actually do this test, but we were so lucky. A bit, we're still very lucky. A bit that there was this some level of how should I put it?
It's spread, right? Never.
Even when you want to do it, go if they catch you for there, na serious beating you because no one do it for house or your papa house. You want they carry babe go your papa house that time.
Give somebody that I believe you.
My son.
You want to turn the man abi? You want to turn the man? Go ahead. For impregnate lady, daughter, you will see.
For the girls, how many boys can boldly go and greet their girlfriend at home? Is it that when she's there was age, at some age or some later stage now, right? You can imagine when you were in secondary school towards the maybe when you're in SS3 and all that.
We go to
now by
it was in SS2. I know you.
Hey, we are coming to you. He said it was in SS2. I heard you right. SS2 that you for SS2 your life. SS2 you don't go find woman go out.
I don't start from 2 years.
But wait, I started from. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that because if it were to be a discipline, I'm sorry, I don't know the person, but if it were to be in a very strict cultural setting that I know of and where I grew up, because I also live in a very communal setting, right? It's possible, right? But you still don't enjoy that flexibility. You can't do things.
That freedom.
You can't do things, right? You just like you got one
with time.
You will bring the assignment.
The papa must not be at home.
Come on with assignment.
We went to visit a lady in the house. 3 of us.
Tricks
man came in, greeted us. It was a lecturer at Unilag. How you guys? How you doing? Be fine. He greeted us. Said, okay, she has entertained you guys. He said, yes, sir. With the chop biscuit and juice, we should go back. He said, okay, I'll be right back. Man, come out. I told them, I'm going. No. My guys are like, daddy has greeted us. His sons has greeted us. Guys, we'll go. Now, so I can't come out. As I tie my shoe, now I see why they come. I go buy padlock, big one. Big padlock. But me, I was already outside. So because of that, my guys came out to come and join me. And now look, I said, what's your name? I said, my name is Sheyi. I just gave him one name. Sheyi. He asked them, this one mention his name. This one mention the original name. That evening, I said the man carrying picking, his daughter go papa house, go they shout there. So you don't remember my own Sheyi. He said, one guy Sheyi. No be. Later in the evening when I got to the house, daddy was not reporting them. Right, your friends, they went to visit a lady in the house. We said they went one guy say, no, I ain't got no. You should not do this. That they have been my mama was that I'll talk to them. And I want you guys. Oh, when I do, I say,
That is tell you the level of strictness there. We could not do it. I remember my Pima now. You can't try it.
You can't try it.
You can't try it.
Let me come to you now. Let's now go into the issue of genotype, because genotype is a real big issue in the society all over the world. Because there is a genotype that must not marry another genotype, that other things you need to check, you need to find out, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's right for you to start talking about genotype from the first date? Is it ideal?
As funny as it sounds, it is extremely ideal. And the reason why I would say that is this: you don't know the relationship that is going to lead to marriage. But one thing I can say is that you can predict the relationship you want to get to marriage. So if you are serious about the person you are meeting with, then you should start talking about the serious things in that relationship before it gets to the point whereby you see it as your village people are against your relationship, because at the end of the day, it all boils down to that. They don't want us to be together. And the reason is this: it is not actually about the two people coming together, but rather about the life they are going to be channeling to life. And it is very, very important, because the children that they are going to give birth to are going to be helpless.
But I don't think it will be too early,
It is not
first
too
day.
early. Just like I said, the relationship that is going to lead to marriage, you cannot determine that one. But you can determine by the steps you take from moment one. Now, I will not expect the person I want to ask about our genotype to get angry that I'm asking about our genotype. I don't expect you to do that. Yes, you can get angry if I'm asking you about some
Body
people will get
count,
angry
the
about body
body
counts and
count.
all. But this genotype is very, very fundamental. And the sad part is this: we are living in a society where they have labeled women as they are not always available. So the bulk of the problem is going to be on you as the woman. Because when your husband don't work out, go work or do any other thing he's going to do, you will be the one to sit down with that child and take care of the child, either you like it or not. So you as an individual, as a matter of fact, I will say that it's even the question that should come out from a lady from day one, not even from a guy, because the nature of men, we are polygamous naturally. So I can see somebody today and be like, yes, I'm cool with this person, and then tomorrow I'm talking with somebody else. I'm talking to someone else tomorrow. But you as a woman, the moment you are meeting with me for the first time, the nature of conversation we have, you are already forming a kind of opinion in your mind. By tomorrow, if another guy is approaching you, you have a very high tendency of telling that guy that you are in a relationship, even though we never start. But you have seen the way everything is going, and you have concluded in your mind that I would like to be with this person again. So knowing that fully well, it is very, very important, and it must be a question that if you are not asking on your first date, it must not go beyond the second date.
You said it is fundamental. Why do you think some people avoid it? Genotype, they don't even know their genotype. They don't even know. On the radio, when I'm anchoring some relationship shows, you ask some people, they will say, want to wait about it? Hey, what? Hey. What the hey? I said, this town, they blessed though. Everybody for this town, they say, hey. I will call a song. Hey, the Lord is good. Hey. But if you go and check, despite the fact that we talk about it all the time, genotype, they talk about it on the radio programs, everything. Some people still avoid anything that has to do with genotype. What do you think is happening? Why do you think people don't want to? Some people just want to check. Are they scared of something? Is it about the blood? Is it? I don't know. What do you think may be happening? Why do some people avoid anything that has to do with genotype?
I would say it's lack of education right from the early stages. Look at it, and an average young Nigerian that usually gets to know about their genotype when they are going for their National Youth Service Corps. Yes, unless you come from a family whereby they do periodic checkup. Some families have family doctors that come probably quarterly to come and do their assessments health-wise. But for most young average Nigerian, when they want to go for NYC, that's when it is expected that you know your genotype. So that's when people go to hospital. Do you not know what's very funny? Because of our lack of accountability and our willingness to always cut corners, right? We also don't even go through the right process to procure the right information. People do this genotype. So far, I can get the sleep. Do you know some people even design this sleep by themselves online? They'll just design, put one letterhead on one design, print it, and take it to camp that this is their genotype. Without going to the hospital, something that will not even take you how many hours? Once they take your blood,
maybe they feel it's expensive.
No, it's not expensive.
It's just Nigeria. I'm going somewhere. You see, this willingness to always cut corners. That's where they will now later bear the brunt at later stage of their lives. Because once you know, you become aware, you become enlightened, you cannot make the right decisions. Once you know your genotype, you know from day one that when anybody asks you, especially when it's something confidential, right? But when your relationship also confidential, a guy meeting a lady, the guy is probably not even AA, maybe AS. The lady is saying, okay, you look so handsome, I appreciate you, I like what, your charisma and all that, but I would just like to know what's your genotype. Right from there, why should you be scared? But if you don't know it, or you've been thinking that you are in this, genotype group, you will now tell the lady, I am this, when you are not that. The lady would, because from day one, relationship is supposed to be built on trust. I will never have any need again to ask you until maybe there is a problem, or maybe we have to do the test again. You can start dating today and get married 5 years down the line. So the lie of day one will later burst 5 years down the line. That is terrible. So people don't know these things, but once you know it, imagine, it's too bad. You go to hospital, you know wait to do your proper test. Small thing like you said, nurse, I go tidy you something now. More around this thing. Printing fake stuff online. That is why they will not know, because you cannot blame your parents. You can only blame decisions you make afterwards, right? They've trained you. They are not perfect. They've also done some things to make sure that you are enjoying a good life, right? But once you know, then you plan your life. Not having AA is not the end of life. There are medical ways. People are living absolutely beautiful, amazing life, regardless of whether they are AA or not. But don't lie. Because once you lie to your partner, what if your partner is also lying to you? Imagine two mumu people, they follow each other lie. Partner A is lying, thinking that, oh, okay, this guy, I'm AAS. This guy is AA. Okay, go help me. Meanwhile, now two mumu people, they follow each other lie, because it has always been part of them to cut corners. So Nigerians, or people, some young people, right, because of lack of accountability, that has always been part of them. That's why they always find themselves in that trouble at the end of the day.
All right, you talked about some people the other time that they will not check this genotype of the thing before venturing into that relationship, and now they are deeply in love. They are already looking at it like, we're gonna have a future together. People are already calling us, Auntie, tell me, brother Tokwe, you guys love each other. You guys are wonderful together. They're already planning. In fact, brother Tokwe, don't go down. Will you marry me? Say yes, say yes. I say yes, yes. Brother Tokwe don't talk. He has finished. And I reach church. Church come tell them, so yeah, before I go feel marry, or maybe in Moscow, and then I go do na genotype and run some other tests. Now, after running the test, then I realized that, but I talk when I yes, and it take me to na yes, or but I talk when na SS. Everybody will be SS. They will not have the features like that. Now, that happens that they know already, and that is where the problem starts. Like, God, I love you, I cannot leave you, and they still want to go ahead and get married. What can you say about that kind of situation? Should love supersede
the genotype of a thing?
Yeah.
No. My first line of thought would be in line with what Temi said the other time. Lack of education is a pandemic on its own, but at the same time, I believe it is a problem that we all assume we are from day one. Now,
Zoom.
the lack of education of a thing is not as big, is not as huge as it was 15 years ago. We are all aware now. We are all aware of what the genotype is, what the effect can be if you marry somebody that is having a kind of genotype that is not
compatible with yours.
That is not compatible with yours. Thank you. So we are already aware of it. So it now boils down to individual stupidity. I often say something that there is always going to be a thin line between you are stupid and you are in love. If you are not careful, you can bridge the two together, but they're actually separate. Stupidity will be the one to push you to say that I love him. This is the person I want to be with, when you know clearly that this is a recipe for trouble already. Love is you saying that, yes, I want to be with you, but we need to be certain that we are compatible with each other from a very early moment.
Right.
Now, a lot of people will tell you that I am A. You are telling me also that you are A. It's fine, it's good, but let us go and run the test. So we should not base it on the word of mouth again. because majority of people that we say that they are
Before
cutting
they even,
corners.
before we even propose anything.
Before proposal is like, we talked about this. We've already treated the topic of proposal on this show before. Proposal is like second to the last stage in the process of marriage.
Now they don't know they've decided to do. Like, I love you.
Everything boils
I
down
don't love any
to,
other person except you.
sorry, I will
Romeo
say
and
it.
Juliet.
Me, I'm
And
no,
even some of them say,
me.
Mama
You can
said,
call
Mama
me
said them
wicked. You can
say
call
you
me
be
brutal.
A. Say, your daddy is A. You should be A too.
You should
Okay.
be.
I just carry down for head. Say, I be A.
Assumptions.
Okay.
Zoom.
Even when there is a theory, you must, before a theory can become a theory, it serves an assumption. They will now
Exactly.
pass through scientific process, right?
That we
Different ways
ascertain
of,
it.
you understand? Before you can now say, okay, it has been proven based on this fact, empirical fact, that this is this.
All right. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, I'm still going to, the parental aspect of this thing, genotype thing. I want to look at the religious aspect, the genotype, and so many other things. We're going to short break. When we come back, Men Uncut continues.
Illegal bushmeat is not cool, but it's on sale in our cities, risking extinction and our health. And many of our iconic wild animals are threatened. So please be cool and say no to illegal bushmeat. And let's make Nigeria better for wildlife and safer for us all. Keep them wild, keep us safe.
I'm telling you, only a few persons will just tell you that this is who I am.
You know, they will not be hiding under. I don't used to go to hospital.
Yes.
I just.
I say,
it's only my hair that
so
makes it.
I
And the
turn
thing is
to
beyond
music.
that.
Hey, I tell you, they Lord, I say, una they blessed everybody. This one, hey, woman, hey, what, hey. No, yes, anybody, everybody, hey, only few
Something
persons.
that is generational.
Eh,
Unless you
only a
crossbreed
few
and
persons will come out and say,
you break it and you
AS.
kill it and you suppress it with another genotype.
It is well, though. Even in the well. All right, before we go straight into, before we continue on the topic tonight, I told you earlier we are looking at the topic love and genotype versus genotype. Should romance ignore medical reality? And we've been looking at genotype, talking about health generally. Let's please, I want you to put that caption. Let's look at the compatibility of how the yes, thank you very much. The compatibility chart. All right. So according to what we have here, we have X and Y genotype. X and Y. There the X is for, let's say now should a man be
Man.
X,
Then, yes.
a woman be Y.
Y
Man, you be X.
chromosomes.
Your wife now Y chromosome. Thank you, biology. Oh, thank you. If a man is A, you can marry A. A and A, perfect. They can marry each other. A can marry AS. A can also marry AS. AS and AS, men are no marry. AS and AS, it's not compatible. Don't go and start doing that thing they used to do in biology, that they start drawing. A, we got meet A, V, got me. It may not go directly like that. We no go start with SS straight up. SS and A na no fit. Okay,
They
SS
can.
and A can marry because now A can marry. A is universal. A can marry anybody.
That's why we are proud.
A can marry anybody. AS, AC, SC,
DSTV, HID,
anything.
anything.
HIV. Oh.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah. I thought it's one of
SS
it.
and SS. No.
So two senior cannot marry each other.
Totally incompatible. AS
Senior
and
student.
SC.
Exactly.
AS and SC. Me una no try mo. Don't try it at all. AS and CC.
Credit card.
People don't know about they don't know we have CC, we have SC, they don't know we have AC. People don't know that too. That's what I'm saying now.
Air
Of course,
condition.
Of
They may
course,
not know.
Of course.
There's SC, there's CC, there's
Yeah.
SC. Apart from the only ones they know is AS,
SS.
SS, A.
And
So we have other ones. So AC, AS and SC cannot marry. AS and CC cannot marry. A and SC can marry. I told you A can marry anyone. A and CC can marry. So if you are any other one aside A, make sure when you want to marry, just marry A. Anything. If you are SS, CC, BBC, anything,
WSTV.
WS, shall marry A. You are safe. Okay? Please don't marry anyone from any other this thing. That is the compatibility thing. Please, when I note time now, please note it now. It's very, very important. So let's continue now. I want to look at this. Don't you think maybe now it should be mandatory that when you give birth to a child in the hospital, probably as a parent, before you leave the hospital, they must do the genotype of that phenotype, and blood group and everything of a child before you leave the hospital. Don't you think it should be like that?
I think
To
I
save
think
all this kind of.
I think that's what
Wow.
they do in the hospital nowadays.
Are you sure?
Yes, I think that's what they did.
Well, because my picking, I don't
Because
see any kind of
when-
blood group or anything there.
Actually, in my own case, maybe your own hospital. But when I gave birth
No,
to my
I
own
got my
child,
hospital
when I gave birth to my child, they did the test. I know. I saw the
and they
results.
give you the result.
Of course.
Okay.
So it is part of what must be done.
Because then you hear, mommy, what is my genotype? I buy now. If mommy no no.
So
Is it documented?
I think most hospitals they do because by default, especially in some cases that even the child might need some extra medical support, they need to take blood samples. So they write it.
But how come some people still don't know?
Then secondly,
till they grow old.
I think, like I said, that is why we'll be having the foundational problem.
Yeah.
The thing is there. You can even request for it. This thing is just they will just add it to the blood
Add it
sample.
to
they
it.
use.
Maybe
They
people
take
don't
from
ask. Maybe that's why they don't add it.
two
Or
tests
maybe,
that I believe
or
people should
maybe
be
the parents keep this. Mobile keep his report card. I want to keep his report card, keep his certificate, keep his this and that. So in the process, you didn't tell your child about his genotype or her genotype. Maybe that is where the problem lies.
two tests that they should be doing at hospital once they born person. Genotype and DNA. The government should declare it free. Yes. So
I said that DNA is expensive.
that's
Oh.
You have issues with paternity.
we see it online.
You have issue with paternity.
We've once treated it
From maternity, you do the paternity.
Exactly.
To avoid
So
any,
that
any fatality issue.
or
And-
infertility.
Infertility.
Potential infertility.
That can lead to a casualty. Don't leave
That's it. Just you can see that we are in the spirit.
Don't leave it. All right, let's look at the religious aspect of this. So people now they know that they have this particular problem. They are getting married, and they know. I know I'm AS. I know she's AS. And people are telling us, no, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. And we are saying, no, there's nothing God cannot do. And you go meet your pastor, and I don't know who take religion swear for us here. Or you go meet any of your I don't want to say pastor, any of your religious leaders, and they will tell you, we serve a God of miracle who can change things. I'm not saying God cannot turn anything around, though, but they will tell you, don't worry, my daughter, go ahead. We pray, we fast for 7 days, we do this, we do that. Our God is a God who can change anything. will change your genotype. Do you know there are testimonies now? People share testimonies now. That when I clinical, my genotype was God changed my genotype from so. What do you foresee in that on the long run?
Forecaster.
You see this very, very interesting question, right?
Because it is really happening.
Yes. This question, if you look at it deeply, you will still discover that lack of education, because I believe and I know for a fact that most of our learned pastors or leaders, religious leaders of today, across almost all the religious in this part of the region
Platforms.
that are educated, they know this. They teach these things in
Education.
biology. You know, sometimes people don't even know. Do you know that people go to the wrong lab and the wrong or not so experienced lab scientists will give them wrong results, right? There are sometimes mixtures. That's why they even say do it 2 to 3 places in your lifetime to be able to confirm. Run it here, run it. This test is very, very cheap to actually do. So sometimes some people would think it is miracle, but by the time they later discover it, it's because they didn't know or they got the wrong results in the past. And
So
they're now
if
getting another
all
one.
those things not be, all those testimonies not be miracles.
Secondly, I'm going somewhere. Secondly, I believe in miracle. Yes. But deep down, there is no abracadabra. If you look at almost all the religious books, right, there must be action before something, no matter how little. And don't test God. It is even there. Don't test God. It's like someone saying that, okay, I believe in God, they want to go and start having sex with people that have HIV deliberately to go and now say, after I now have sex with the person, I will now go to probably a mountain or one place now start saying, heal me. You
fast for like,
you know that you are testing
days.
God. Now there the person go die. Yes. So faith, religion also backs it up that something must happen. You must do something before something must happen.
Work and pray.
Before you take your partner to go and meet your religious leader that, sir, please pray for our potential union. They will ask you, do you know this man very well? Man, I've never met you in my life, but do you know this lady very well? Are you sure you want to marry? Are you sure you want to marry? Even in at the altar, they will even still now say for the very last time, is there anybody here that is not interested or does not want this union to come together? Because they want to be sure that it will not now come in the future that they were the one that joined the wrong set of people. Because you people can be lying to each other. So religion does not allow for deception, does not allow for lies. Fine, there are some people that have found themselves in circumstances beyond their understanding.
When your pastor will tell you that, don't worry, God will reality. Go ahead and marry.
I'm not even talking about that. There are some people that they find themselves not because of their actions or their own consequences, but things beyond that defy human knowledge. They are always define interventions spiritually from there. But you cannot deceive God. That's just now. You cannot deceive God. You cannot.
You talked about education. I have seen more than 6 educated people, highly educated, some profs, some lawyers, even some medical doctors, who still ended up giving birth to carriers. Are we going to say we are not educated enough?
Thank you very, very compostly. The thing about education is, I said it, there is a difference between what you don't know and what you know but you choose to ignore. That's another word for stupidity.
So a medical doctor knows the
information. He knows and still went ahead.
Why will you want to?
Because he's in love. And love conquers everything. That's the belief, that's the mentality. But I always say it, even during the olden days, our forefathers know these things, some of these things, although they might not be able to explain it. But at least we know that those days they will talk about Abiku and all these things. These are part of the issues back then that led to the birth of Abiku and all.
So come and die.
Exactly. So these are things that have been coming from centuries before now. So you telling me that a professor, a medical doctor, all these people. Now, when we're talking about education, education goes beyond the four walls of a classroom. It goes beyond it. You can see a professor that will still be ignorant about a lot of things that you don't expect them to be ignorant about. So it happens that way. So ignorance.
So they know. They just
know.
choose to ignore. Like
The sad part is that in the case of some people, they believe some things will not be applicable to them because of what they know. Because of what they know. A medical doctor can tell you that we got married out of experimentation. We believe we can do this and do that. A lot of excuses that you will hear and you'll be like, how? What were you thinking? But everything, I will say that it boils down to me claiming that I love this person. But at the same time, they will also say something. If you know that you truly love a particular person in a particular situation, the best thing you can do is to let the person go. Because at the end of the day, when the trouble starts, are you sure, are you certain that that love that you believe you have is going to sustain you people at that point?
love
Because imagine you getting married to an AS person and you're also an AS person, and then sadly for you, the first 3 children you have are SS, and then the last born is AS. Lucky for you, you have one that is AS. Now, when the crisis of the first one starts, you are sorting it, and their crises are not always coming cheap. You are sorting that one, then the second one breaks down. You continue that journey, then the third one joins them. Are you telling me that you will still look at your wife and be like, baby, I love you? Don't worry, we are fine. It is almost impossible.
Some men even run away.
Definitely. Because when the bills continue to pile up, everything called savings that you've ever had, you've already exhausted it on raising these children. And then you will start to sit down and think that, why did I do this in the first place? And then the love that you believe you had will turn to something else that you don't want.
Who becomes a victim here? The children, or the lovebirds?
The children. Because they are aftermath of
Right, they here now. Lovebirds. we love each other. He said, okay, tell them. Just tell them.
It's actually the children, because the onus lies on the lovebirds to decide the number of children they want to have, how they want to have them, where they want to have them. There are some people that have not even procreated till date in Nigeria because they have plans to live.
Yeah.
And they are blocking it. They are making sure that until we get there, before we start. So that decision is with them. There are ways you can make sure.
And how healthy you want your children to be.
The school you want them to go, the houses you want them to stay in, where you want them to be going. So you hold them that safety, that security, that protection, that provision. And now, do you know what's very funny about it? What you sow is what you will most likely reap. Because if you bring in,
most likely.
yes, most likely, because sometimes you can sow and you may not reap where you sow. Yes, due to life, death, anything can happen.
Yeah.
If agriculturally you can do it and reap something else.
You understand? So, but most times, if you give your child or your children the best within your capability, and you still don't, you make sure that some life, you create like foundational, you make the journey easy for them. For instance, choosing the right partner for yourself to procreate the kind of genotype that you want, healthy children. They will live long to also take care of you. Most times, live long to take care of you at the old age. Do you understand? So now, please, before you start procreating, go and do this thing. Confirm, verify, check.
And you say this thing is cheap. So I don't know what is stopping them.
In fact, they are
It's almost
national.
free.
In fact, they are
Almost free.
it's even part of, if you are doing all this insurance stuff,
Yes.
the national blah 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 and all those ones. You understand? It comes with it.
You can even go for wider tests if you have malaria and you
Exactly,
tell them
and
just
they will
check
help you.
My genotype too.
and they will do it for you. They
These are
just add
things
it
that
to
have
it.
been over subsidized. Like the tools that they will even use is like extremely cheap. That's to tell you that ignorance can be very costly. So the fault is not on anybody. If the fault is on your parents that they made that mistake, you should not be making that
Same
mistake.
mistake. Parting shot, 1 minute.
Well, no matter what you believe, love is important, but at the same time, the life of the people that you're going to be bringing to this world is extremely important as well, and it goes beyond your love. So please think about them before you make any decision.
All right, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you for coming on the show again tonight.
Mention.
You've heard it very well now.
Mention,
I love it.
mention.
I love it. You are doing your own love. Because of your own love, you are putting the children at risk. Innocent children, innocent blood. They're just coming from heaven. Brrr. You bring them here and they start with
I did for
crisis.
Two-Face.
Eh?
I did for
They
Two-Face.
will know. Crisis today, crisis tomorrow,
Innocent
crisis
children.
next. Are you savvy?
Maybe not Two-Face
Crisis
get them.
today, crisis tomorrow, crisis next tomorrow. You figure, I'm spending money. You are not, don't come and form the victim for us here. You know what you were doing. But
No,
those
not
children, they don't know, they didn't know anything. You just brought them to come and suffer all these things. God will help us. Thanks to the entire crew of this program. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you, and especially to my associate producer, Marian. You are doing well. Freaky. Don't worry, send your account number after the show. I play the play. All right, and to the executive producer of this program, Dr. Femi Adifila, and to the head of station, Peter Agbejimi. Thank you very much. I appreciate you as well. Till next week, when we'll be coming back on this program, I still remain J to the A to the HMIC Jamaica, Mr. Truthie, wishing you a lovely night rest. Bye.